I just got my tag grading order back. So this is going to be a tag grading comprehensive review. If you don't know what this is, basically you can send trading cards in and they put them in a plastic case and grade them from 1 to 10. So I have all Pokemon cards here, and we actually have grades from 1 to 10. So I'll be taking an in-depth look at the card, the accuracy, and the grading report to see what we can find. I know there's been a lot of controversy about tag lately, so hopefully this review can help people see what they do and what they're working towards. I think one interesting thing that was brought up is that the big three grading companies are more service-based companies and tag is more of a tech company. And a lot of people in this space do want an accurate grading company. The big three, I'm not seeing enough accuracy there. I'm constantly having issues there. No company's perfect. Tag isn't perfect, as you'll see in this video, but I think they're working towards what could be a better system. Let's go ahead and get into it. So the first one is a 2002 World Championships promo in Japanese. This card was essentially perfect. The reason that it lost points was due to centering. And also something interesting about this card is that I cracked it from a PSA 7. As you'll be able to see on the PSA scan, there was something on the card like right here. And I basically wiped that off or cleaned it off. It was just dirt on the card. That's why I got a PSA 7. And the reason that this card lost points was due to centering, and mostly due to top to bottom centering on the front. So here's the card report for the 2022 Champions Festival promo. Every card that you grade comes like this. I did all the $15 level, so each card I graded was $15. There is a $30 level that will give you a score from 1 to 1,000. I think that's where this would show right here. But I don't have the out of 1,000 score because I did the cheaper level. So it starts off by showing centering. You can see they gave my top to bottom centering 43 to 57. It was actually perfect on the back, almost perfect left to right on the back. And then it'll show the defects right here. So the only defect for this was the centering on the front. Dings map, there was no dings. Corner details, it'll provide a photo of each of the corners, the back corners, the edges, back edges, and then they give you a nice photo for each slab that you could share on social media or whatever, and you can download the photos right here. Just click these buttons or download all. Let's download the front photo. You can look at the centering like it's not that bad. I don't think the top to bottom centering is off that much, because this should be all the same border width all the way around. And this is saying that it had 45 on the right and then 57 on the bottom. So the bottom would have to be significantly bigger than the right edge. And if you look at these, they're about the same. And honestly, it would mean that the bottom would have to be bigger than the left edge, which the bottom is definitely smaller than the left edge. So I don't know, I'll probably ask Tag about that. And I think it's all due to this artwork extending onto the border. They didn't really have this card in their system yet, so they might not have programmed that to work properly. So I'll ask them, see what they say. No big deal. And you know, that's the good part about Tag. I think we can talk to them, ask them questions, get feedback, and figure out what's going on, and they're willing to work with people and make it right. Let's get into the second one. This is a first edition Charizard, the first ever Tag 1. That actually looks sick in the case. I mean, there's nothing much to say about this card. It should obviously get a 1. It's beat up, but very cool. We'll view the report for the first edition Charizard. I mean, again, there's not much to look at this one. This is the third Charizard graded there, the first ever Tag 1. There's dings everywhere. Corner issues everywhere. You know, it's a 1. The third card So this is a Shadowless Charizard. It got a 5.5. So I sent this card in as a test, as an example, to see how they would handle it, what they would do with it. As you can see, it looks great from here. And from here, it looks good. It has some whitening on the back. But what's hard to see about this card is this dent right here. It's not really a crease, not really a dent. It's more of just like a little fold action. But if we take a look at their grading report, it picks that up as a defect, and that's why it got the grade that it got, which I think is a very accurate grade. You can't really do it better than that. The Shadowless Charizard 5.5. So the defects identified, the biggest one is that it noticed that dent or wrinkle crease thing on the bottom, and it shows exactly where it's at with GPS coordinates. And we can click on this as well. And you know, it's gonna show right there with this red text that points out the issue. Amazing it identifies that, knows exactly how to grade it. I think 5.5 is just a very accurate grade for this card. The fourth card here, we've got a Dialga 5,000 points play promo. This one received a Gem Mint 10. No surprise, I took this one right out of the seal myself, and it looks great. The Dialga, which got a Gem Mint 10. Again, you can see there's no issues. The centering, 53, 47, 46, 54. So centering is a little off. And it shows that on the defects, but it's not bad enough to be a 9. And basically anything that is 950 and above counts as a 10. So there was no other issues with this card. No surface, corner, or edge issues. It was just the centering, which was within their parameters for a 10. Let's get into the fifth one. So this one was a bit of a surprise for me. This is a Japanese Mewtwo. It received a near mint 7. I thought this card was perfect. I thought it was going to get a 10. In the defects, it shows an issue on the back right here. The near mint 7 Mewtwo. And like I said, this one's kind of confusing a little. Centering is pretty close. We've got a 49-51 all around on the front, a little more off on the back. And again, the only issue, the only defects for this card is this surface or roller mark thing that it said. And if we look on their scan, it's right here, right where I pointed out, but tough to see. Also tough to say what it is. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that on a card, so I guess I wouldn't expect their system to know how to handle it. Let's see if we can find what they're talking about. You can see that. It's like right where the top of the white and the red meet. I think you can kind of see it there. I think I can see the issue there. Man, that's a very small issue. So hard to tell if it's even like a crease or just the way it was printed, but it is there. It's right on the report where they showed it. You're not going to be able to see anything on their scans either. So I don't know. I think these videos are helpful for them as a company as well. I'm sure they'll watch this and see like how they can improve, what things they might need to change or take another look at. And that's good. And I think they're small enough where they're willing to work and adapt. And these other companies are just too big to even communicate with. Besides that, this card looks great. So if it didn't have that, it would have gotten a 10. So now let's put all of these side by side. So overall, I think they did a very good job. Like I said, I'm going to bring up the centering on this card and see what they say. I think here is where it gets tough. Like this is a 5.5 and it has obvious issues. It has that dent, it has some hollow scratches, it has whitening on the back. And then this card is a 7 which is 1.5 away from this one, and there's almost no issues. And the issue that it did catch is very minor or very difficult to see. So I don't know, maybe this one should be a little bit higher. Overall, I think they do a very good job. I think it's about as accurate as you're going to get for any grading company. It's definitely more accurate than the big three that are using human grading. And you know, if you send them like a mid-grade card, it's going to hit all over the board. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this comprehensive review. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.